Hello and thank you for listening to this episode of the Get Out There podcast. My name is Billy Newman. I'm here today with Robert Biscarret. How you doing, Robert?
How you doing? I'm doing well.
We're in a truck right now. We're also here with Marina Hansen.
Hey.
How you doing, Marina?
I'm good. Thanks for having me on your show, guys.
We're doing
Absolutely.
a truck podcast as we're driving up a mountain road in Eastern Oregon near Plush and the Rabbit Hills, right?
Correct, yeah.
And so today's Saturday. We've been here. Robert, you got here
I got here Thursday
on Thursday
afternoon early.
So tell me about that.
Yeah, it was a nice drive in. I got here, the weather was nice. I kind of drove around for a bit, kind of looking for somewhere to camp. Ended up heading up this kind of grassy knoll area, and found a pretty remote spot. Anyway, set up camp. Nice day. Went out for an evening rabbit hunt. No luck.
And the weather's pretty nice though, right? It was
Yeah, the
still, like,
weather's
over
really
there.
pretty decent. I mean, it's like I couldn't ask for a better day for this time of year.
Yeah, for this time of year, I was thinking the
And-
same thing, that it's really pretty nice.
But so I go out for that rabbit hunt, and I come back, and as I'm coming back, it's getting like pretty windy, you know. And whatever, it's dark. I decide I'm gonna go to bed because it's pretty cold out, and the wind just took off and just beat the tent up.
Yeah.
It was all night long, man. I mean, well, you know, when you guys got here.
When we showed up, when you found us and brought us up to the campsite, man, yeah, your tent was folded over sideways. Like the only thing that was keeping it upright at all was like the cot set up inside already. It's
Yeah.
like a sturdy piece.
No, that's why I just started packing gear in there so it wouldn't
Float
fly-
away.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be worried about that too. I mean, I think we talked about it and before, like Marina and I, like we had that tent break from the wind back in the, what was that?
Oh, yeah.
Lost Coast?
You mentioned that
Yeah, I
in
think so.
episode 4, I believe.
Yeah, right? Yeah. But like, bro, you remember walking up on it and it
Yeah.
looked like a broken arm?
Yeah, it was just snapped. You could see the angle of it. Not actually poking through the fly, but almost wanting to poke through the fly of the tent.
Yeah, that was a rough one, but yeah, I was thinking like something like that would happen. I remember when I was a kid and I had the tent set up in the backyard, even with whatever couple stakes, probably not a ton, and it was just the lawn, you know. One of those July windstorms came out, or like little summer thunderstorms.
Yeah.
And my tent like took off, blew over, and got caught in the blackberry bushes like at the edge of the property. Yeah, it's terrible.
Nice. I
was
hate
like, "Oh,
blackberry bushes.
my tent.
Just for that.
Yeah.
Was that knoll we hiked out to
Oh yeah, we
yesterday?
did hike up to that
Yeah.
yesterday. I remember coming around, and that's where we saw the jackrabbit.
Yeah,
Like
right
down
out
over
through
here.
here.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So
like
like Billy was saying, we're out here just west of Hart Mountain, north of Plush, in a place called the Rabbit Hills. We're just kind of driving around exploring right now, just out of camp. We did a pretty nice hike yesterday. We just passed one of the ridges we hiked out to.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. Well, so tell me about that first rabbit hunt you did.
First
That
rabbit
time.
hunt. I went out too early. I went out at like 6:15. Not dark enough yet. You know, they don't really come out until the later evening just because of predators and stuff.
Oh, really?
So yeah, they're not very visible during the day. Anyway, I went out there, did a hunt. I saw probably 10 or 11 jackrabbits. I couldn't get a shot at any of them because they're all running away. And you know, they're about as tall as the sagebrush, so all you see are ears just kind of like flashing.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
between
They're
sagebrush.
pretty small. In the past, I've really only like walked up on them.
Yeah.
When I was like hiking around in the sagebrush out here, and you come around a corner, kind of like the way we were talking about the grouse too, where you come around a corner and a jackrabbit just like busts
Yeah,
out
it just
and, like,
sees you and it books.
takes off. Yeah.
And yeah, so I went on that hunt, saw a ton of jackrabbit. I couldn't get a shot at any of them. I got back a little after dark. I got in around 8 o'clock, I guess.
Okay.
Just about that last little bit of daylight that you could possibly see where you were.
Okay.
And then, yeah, spent the night. It was a good night. I mean, other than...
Yeah.
you
When
know-
did the weather shift? It went crazy.
Yeah, I would
after
say
you got back
like
from the hunt?
between 6 and 7, it really started picking up.
Okay.
But it didn't get real bad until I was just getting back. And at that point, it was just like, it was more than I wanted to be out in. I mean,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
why I went to bed at 8 o'clock. I didn't even start a fire or anything. I just passed out.
Yeah, yeah. So like for us, like, well, I remember talking to you about the forecast earlier in the week when we were planning out stuff for this trip.
Yeah.
And it was saying that today, or I think like last night, like Friday night, it was supposed to like be raining and then snow in that like cold night that we had. We got lucky, I guess, that the snow level didn't drop and that the storm moved in a little faster. And so we got the rain, the wave of the rain during the daytime. Maybe earlier, like you got it that
Yeah, I got it that morning when I went to go meet you guys.
Yeah, and we had it like when we came over Willamette Pass, that was snowy. And then like it was pretty good, but we saw the snow line for a lot of the areas we came out on, like the 31 past Fort Rock, and then like Silver Lake and Summer Lake, and then Abert Rim, and then once we cut out here, it was pretty nice. Well, it was still super windy when we showed up to meet you, but it started getting like nicer and nicer
as the day kind of progressed.
Through that latter half of the day, so I was happy that we got a bit of that.
Yeah, I mean, this turnaround, I'm really happy with this. I'd be okay if the weather stayed just like this the rest of the trip.
This is great camping weather for me.
Well, like we talked about, it's like this is the type of risk you take in March when you decide to go on multi-day camping trips. You know, it's just like, what do you really expect when you go out? Well, I guess it's spring now technically, but it might as well be winter.
Out here, yeah.
Yeah.
Out here, this is about the same as it would be in winter. But I'm really happy to see like it stays out lighter later, and it's pretty nice relatively. Like it's gonna be April soon, I guess. So.
I know.
It's pretty nice.
It's coming around, man. We're gonna be camping all the time.
So yesterday we showed up to the camp. It's a really cool site. Like I like this area, but it's like pretty remote. It's on this BLM land up here.
Good views.
Around the Coyote Hills, Rabbit Hills. I guess you're saying this is the Rabbit Hills?
This is the Rabbit Hills. And Coyote Hills is kind of
right up over there.
southwest a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen them. I know like this range kind of it fills in a little bit. Like over on the Heart Mountain side, when you're on the ridge, you can look back and they look like just little knolls, really. But yeah, you can see them really pretty well. And it was crazy too. I remember over on Heart Mountain is one of the first times I learned about it. And you can really kind of see it, especially up here as you start to look around, like where the water level is out there, like where Heart Lake is, and I guess where. What is it, Crump Lake, further south? The
Crump
one that
Lake,
goes down toward Adele, and then I think it's like Flagstaff Lake, and
Flagstaff
a few others
Lake,
that kind of all run through this area. But I remember learning that it was like around 500 years ago. And then I guess like further back in time before that, this whole area, that whole section was just one big lake. Like everything from the Coyote Hills, the Rabbit Hills over here, all the way up to the base of Heart Mountain used to be one big lake area.
That's what I understood too. Like if you go up on Heart Mountain, they have that placard up there that kind of
says the water level used to be up here. Look out at the rocks and you see the erosion lines and you go, what?
Which is a trip because then
500 feet.
Yeah, it's a huge lake, and now it's just these seasonal wetlands that like even on some years they won't get. You know, they won't fill up just because of low water use.
Oh man, most of the years that I've been out here, from like I don't know, like 2003, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think I've only seen water in these spots maybe once or twice.
Really? Well, yeah, I mean,
like significant amounts, man. A lot of the times we come out, like Heart Lake was just like dropped way back. It was almost just mud. Like the Flagstaff Lake, anything up here, all of this was just marsh only, really. So it's really weird to think. Like I was looking at the drainage basin from around here, how a lot of the water comes off the Fremont National Forest and like Gerhardt Mountain over here. And what is that? Like I think, like you see that one over there, that snow-capped one. I think it's like Drake's Peak.
Is that Drake?
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing, but I think like some of the creeks that run off of that hill and off of like the Fremont National Forest around Gerhardt, and whatever comes in over here, that draws like eastward. It fills in this water basin over here. I guess that's like the watershed for it. So I don't know. It's weird to think like how it's just all these little creeks. There's no significant river in this area.
No, it's crazy how there's even water out here in the first place. If it wasn't for snow melt and just like occasional rain, I mean, this place is pretty barren when you look at it. Oh yeah. I mean, there's not much going on.
When we look out here, I mean, like as far as the eye can see, the only lights are just the few that make up Plush.
Yeah.
But if Plush weren't here, like
there would be
nothing. I mean, this is absolutely nothing. And Plush is hardly anything.
Yeah. Seriously, it's just like that little general store and like a couple homes, and that's it.
Yeah, like it's hardly anything out here. Yeah. But it's one of my favorite areas out here. It's really cool.
So, all right, so you guys came into camp last night. You guys met up with me.
Yeah.
What did we do from there?
Well, we tried to move camp because like the wind was coming through like crazy. Like we were still in the middle of that storm.
Yeah.
And we had a ton of wind blowing from the southwest over there, southeast.
Mm-hmm.
But man, it was coming in so hard. Like that was probably. I remember looking at the forecast that said 20-mile-an-hour winds. I'd bet that it was probably. It felt like more than that.
I
felt like I was trying to
moving
catch
that easy
my
up,
breath.
man.
Yeah, right.
That was so hard.
That was yeah.
Yeah, that didn't seem like 20. Yeah, it seemed so. It would seem like it was gonna rip that easy up apart.
I know.
It's
Or
gonna
just
fly away.
take
Yeah.
Marina flying with it.
Yeah, we moved the easy up, we moved the tents, we put all the stuff in the back of the truck bed, and then we trucked it over. I was like 100 yards or so.
Yeah, we got into that little draw there.
Yeah, there's like a little draw that seemed to be a pretty good windbreak from the north and south side, and then we kind of parked our cars around, leveled out a little bit of ground,
Yeah.
put in a new little spot for the kitchen and stuff, and yeah, it's a great site. I really dig that little camp area.
It's been really nice, man. I right now we're in an area that I was kind of scouting yesterday for potential camping to get out of that wind.
Yeah.
It obviously didn't get any better up here, but no, we got a great spot, and I mean the wind has really kind of died down, and it's just made this trip a lot more enjoyable.
Oh, the wind right now is great. Like yesterday evening, once we got like kind of down into that draw, it was a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we were shooting, like I went up on the hill, we pulled out the 22 and the 17, and we did some target practice.
Yeah, sighted
On
in
a-
the 22 for the hunt.
That was cool, man. I had a good time doing that. But I hiked up on the hill with the camera, and as soon as I got just like above that draw, it was just like beating me in the side of the face with wind. That was so it was just like. but I tried to get a handful of pictures, and we came back down. We sighted in the 22. Marina's a dead eye.
Yeah, Marina's
Yeah,
great
It was so
grouping.
fun.
it was pretty cool.
Sniper McGee over here.
I've never used a scope before, or gotten to like set up and be seated for shooting. It was really cool.
So how was that?
way.
Like, what did you notice by using the scope?
I liked having that accuracy. It was really cool because you, Robert, had your binoculars and you were telling me kind of where
Where
my
you were
last
hitting.
one had hit.
Yeah.
And I loved that part of it. That was really cool, getting to have like that confirmation of where it hit, and then getting to readjust from where I tried to sight it the last time.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To get it closer in. It was really cool. I liked that kind of shooting. It was cool.
What did you think about
taking the time for it?
Yeah, like trying to steady yourself.
Yeah, I like
Like-
that part of.
Do you see where like the breathing plays a huge factor in it?
Yeah,
It's just
getting your
like-
body the most still during
Yeah.
that exhale.
It's really tough sometimes.
It is actually. It was like during the first two shots. It was almost hard or distracting trying to focus.
Yeah.
On getting my breath right.
You almost
and the
need
trigger
to
pull
just
at
to
the right
like
time.
practice with.
But it was a lot of fun though. I liked. Was it the 17 that I used?
Yeah. Yeah, you were shooting the 17.
Oh yeah. Oh, you did. Yeah, I want to shoot that one today.
Oh, you haven't shot that yet?
It was
I don't think
really-
so.
It's
that's
about
a
the same
nice
as the
gun.
22. It's just like a better rifle.
Yeah, sure.
It is.
Sure.
That's the one we took out last night.
Yeah. So we sighted in the rifles.
Yep.
We set up. Evening out here was incredible. So the weather cleared up. Got like partly cloudy, man. And out here, the view of Heart Mountain, if no one's ever seen it, like from this side of the hill, is so cool. It's one of the most impressive like mesas that like pop up and rise up over the ground.
And
up
it's
here.
huge on top.
It's huge. It is really huge on top. It's weird how the land out here is, because it comes up from one side and then it shelves off to the other. You think about the Steens, it does the opposite, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like there's Warner Rim out here.
Uh-huh.
We look out, we see like the ledge come up and drop off on the east side.
Mm-hmm.
Then we see Heart Mountain come up on the west side and then slope off to the east.
Yeah.
And then we see the Steens kind of slope up from the west and then like drop off really steeply on the east side. It's really trippy like how it kind of goes like that all around here. But these little shelves of land that like tipped up, they like rose from something underneath pushing up that one side.
Yeah, it's really interesting topography. It's
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 really
impressive
interesting.
too. It's I mean, how wide across is Heart Mountain? I mean, it takes you like an hour and a half to drive
It's
off of it.
Big, yeah.
Yeah.
It seems
I
like
mean,
it
and
takes
that's doing,
a really
like-
long time.
It's doing like 55 miles an hour on a gravel road, you know.
Seems like a ton of time on a gravel road.
Like,
But it's
yeah.
really cool. Like the view from here is awesome because you just see that whole front face
Yeah.
of the mountainside of Heart Mountain.
Well, especially when the sun's hitting it in the morning.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
So cool looking. You guys got some cool pictures last night when we went out.
Last night was
yeah.
amazing. Yeah, the light was so cool though. But,
Yeah.
So we set up. Marina had a camera. We took some pictures for a while, and then Robert, like, we set up. We got I had the 22.
Mm-hmm.
You had the 17, and then we went out for another rabbit hunt last night.
We did,
which was really cool.
How was
It's
it?
my first time.
Yeah, good.
I'd never done any hunting stuff before. I went and I got my hunting license just a couple of days before the trip, and it was cool working with the 22 a bit. It was cool talking with you for a few and going over what to do. But I had a really fun time, like getting set up, walking out, kind of cruising through the sage.
Yeah.
And then like keeping eyes up. But so what? We got packed up. We started. You went for what, 2 miles or 3 miles yesterday? Saw a handful.
Yeah.
Didn't get a shot off. We started yesterday evening together. Took off. What was that? What was our hunt story? What was the hunt trip like?
So we leave camp. I give Bill here a quick little rundown of what we're gonna do. You know, safety of the hunt and this and that. And so we take off over out of camp. I don't know, what did we hike? 200 yards maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. That
Maybe?
would be a generous assessment. And then, boom! All of a sudden, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 yards off, I just see a jackrabbit kind of cruising across through the sagebrush, and I just kind of pulled up on him. I saw him, and then I pulled up where I thought he would be.
I saw you do that.
And
I looked over. I was like, "What? Really? Robert spotted something already?" Because like I wasn't even bored like walking around yet. You know, like when you're fishing, you're like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah,
It's not been a bite forever.
I need to get something.
Or like, yeah, it's been like I haven't seen a jackrabbit forever. Like, there's no shot to take. But then, like, yeah, what, like 3 minutes into the hunt, Robert's posted up. I look over. What's he seeing over there? Robert sees him move. You set up. You take a shot.
Take my shot. Blam. Got him. Beautiful shot too. I'm not trying to be full of myself, but it was a good
really,
shot.
It was a really good shot. Yeah, we cruised up on him.
Up on him.
And where's like that puncture was like?
Right in the bread basket, man. Right behind the shoulder, like about 1.5 inches, 2 inches back behind the shoulder.
Wow.
Which all the vitals are in there, so it got him. He was dead instantly. Because I usually, like, when you get him, I'm just gonna drive to keep him.
Oh yeah, it's cool.
But yeah, usually when you get them, I mean, there's, you know, they'll kick around for a second or two, and you can usually see where they are. But he just dropped. I didn't see him at all.
Yeah.
You know, so I ended up walking up over there, and I found him right where I thought I'd hit him. And yeah, so then we field dressed him right there.
I've not really like seen that done out there in the wild.
Yeah, what'd you think
cool.
about that?
No, it was cool. Like it was interesting to see what you went through, and like it's interesting to see like also like I mean at least for a rabbit, I know it's a smaller size, but how quick you can go through and like clear out an animal and
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
just be ready to be done. Yeah.
It seemed like a pretty quick cleanup of you skinning it and then taking out the organs and stuff.
Yeah.
Getting it prepared.
I mean, what, it took
Take
about
back.
15 minutes start to finish, maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. It was real
Yeah.
quick, I thought.
But man, for like as big as it is, like when you get it down, like that's a lean animal. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Like and like without the gut pile inside. Like I mean the ribs, there's no meat on the ribs.
Mhm.
It seems like a little bit of meat in like the arms and legs or something, or like kind of around the hind, but that's about it. It seems like.
Yeah.
Or it's like the back, around the spine and stuff, like
The-
those core muscles. But
Backstrap on it.
Yeah,
you
it's
call it
like-
that. It's like a little bit bigger than a pencil.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was so okay. So we got that. I ran it back to camp, washed it, hung it up to cool, and then I met back up with you guys.
That was what 5 minutes into the hunt,
Yeah.
so it was still
Yeah,
light out.
So it was still light out.
Robert's back.
We're like, all right, let's go round
Let's keep
two.
doing it. Yeah.
So we ended up we hiked a good distance last night.
You know, it did feel like it. We came
Yeah.
over a couple rises,
We
we
went
crossed
over-
that creek,
Yeah.
and then like coming when we came around, it took a while to get back to that creek that we passed. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, that's like a little bit, but yeah, we had like, we just like walked around and kept cruising, but I don't think we saw anything else.
We didn't see anything else. Then we got back far after dark.
Wow,
like-
it was pretty
Yeah,
dark.
there was a point where I was like, if this isn't the ridge, like, I mean, I know where I was. You know, I was using this mesa kind of out here as a
Sure.
landmark,
Yeah,
and I could still see it kind of highlighted in the waning sunlight up in
Yeah.
the sun. You know, Anyway, yeah. So I was kind of using that as my reference, but then it was to the point where I was like, man, I thought this was our ridge.
Oh
You know?
yeah, like.
And the hills are just
like-
rolling enough that you're like, well, I hope we didn't just like
Yeah, it was
walk
just.
past the truck now.
Yeah, it was just like a little ways down, but we just kept going.
Yeah.
I was figuring we'd hit the road or something. If we did
I
that.
mean, yeah,
Maybe we would.
there was no way we were lost.
Oh yeah.
There was definite possibility that we weren't sure where we were, but there was no way we were lost.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, I know the difference.
But yeah, we came out like right on top of the truck.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah, it was
we
great.
were right.
It seemed like it felt like we were right on track. But you remember when we were out there and like we stopped for a second and we heard the coyotes?
Oh yeah, I heard the coyotes off in the distance.
That was cool, man. Like hearing
They were
that.
going crazy, man.
Yeah, yeah, they were smelling us or something. They were like, "Hey, here are these guys. Let's go
Rabbits.
raid their camp."
Oh, we gotta go see if those coyotes packed off that little gut pile.
Oh yeah, I did want to check that out. I was thinking they're gonna be trying to hunt that down.
Well, okay, so then, quick little story. Last night, you guys didn't wake up for this, but
I stitched through it. I slept straight through it.
I can't believe it. Yeah, at 4:19 this morning, I'm waking up to some coyotes howling right near camp, and I'm listening to them. There's probably 5 or 6 of them, and they're going back and forth. And I've got Layla, my Australian Shepherd, with me, and she's in the tent. And I didn't know if she. I mean, I'm hearing all this, and I'm kind of like, you know, I don't hear anybody stirring. I don't hear her like growling or barking. I don't hear Billy or Marina in the tent over. And I'm like, I know this is really loud right now. You know, what's going on? But anyway, these coyotes, they come up, and then the one was barking like, I mean, it couldn't have been 15 feet outside my tent.
Whoa.
You know, and that's why I couldn't believe you guys didn't wake up.
I wonder what else has cruised right outside.
I know.
Before.
But
Yeah,
and it stopped, and I've had that happen before on other hunting trips where they'll come up, and it's like, I don't know if the wind was at its back and it couldn't scent us or something, and it just got right there, and all of a sudden it was like, whoa, I'm in camp. Because we had that hunting one year with my dad and I. We were laying in our on our beds there, and they came right into camp just like howling. All of a sudden they all just stopped, and then they bailed. They were just like, and it's just like all of a sudden they figured it out that they're like in somebody's camp.
Oh,
And that's kind of the vibe I got last night, because he was just going nuts, and then Layla kind of started to freak out, like vicious attack dog she is. I had to hold her
The
while
beast.
she whined. She was like, I was like, you're good.
Oh man,
But yeah, it took off. But that was pretty neat.
that is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they like cruised into camp. But so, I was our coyote running. But we cruised back to camp. We got dinner going.
Yeah.
We had the fire going. We had that rabbit.
Mm-hmm.
How did we prep that rabbit? You butchered it, or like you cut it
Yeah,
up.
I
or
quartered
cut the
it
meat
up.
out?
So, yeah, I cut all the usable meat out of it. Then we discarded what's left of the carcass, I guess. But then what we did is we, salt and peppered it, and then some garlic powder. And then honestly, I just threw that right over the fire
Yeah.
and let that cook. Made sure it was definitely well done. But honestly, we had that first bite, which I think was part of like what would be like the tenderloin part of it, I guess, which was like as big around as your pinky.
Yeah. It seemed like a pretty
small.
tiny bite of meat.
But anyway, yeah, we sampled that because that was the first thing that was, you know, fully cooked for us to sample, and that kind of had like it was a definite game tinge to it, you know. It like it almost had a fish flavor.
I swear it had like
That's
a
what I
little bit
thought.
of a fish flavor.
Yeah.
What's a rabbit eat out here?
I don't.
Or,
know.
I mean, is it just a little
Just grass?
grass?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know.
sage.
This grass doesn't
sagebrush
look
and
very
stuff.
edible.
I always hate
Yeah.
that. You know, we spend so much time like figuring out the answers to really difficult questions and theories, and then you don't know what a rabbit eats.
Carrots.
Yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah. Off
wait,
the
there's
carrot
carrots out here?
plantations out here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know either, but yeah, I was figuring like, well, I don't know, like, it must taste like the high desert out here.
Yeah. You know, that's gonna be one of those questions that like your kids ask you when you're older. It
What's
just make you
rabbit?
sound like a dumbass. Just like one of those
Lettuce.
simple kid inquiries, and you're like, I have no idea. Stay in school.
No, it was cool getting the legs cooked up.
Yeah.
We had them on the fire for a bit. I chewed on mine for a while.
You did?
Or yeah, like I ate it up a bit, and man, I just got stopped after a bit, but it was really good. It was cool.
Honestly, I thought
Cool
the legs had a way better taste. That
Yeah,
whole
way
fish
better
kind of
taste.
funk thing
Yeah.
was gone after that one
Yeah.
piece. But yeah, I put a little bit of barbecue sauce on them, which I don't think hurt them at all.
I don't think I heard it. Yeah.
But I was actually pretty happy with that after
I was
that
really
leg.
happy.
I was
And
I thought the leg was pretty good.
yeah, for doing it just over the coals on the fire, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Just having rabbit. We got the ridge over from our camp, and we.
a half hour. Well, I guess it was a couple hours ago. At that
But
point.
yeah, we made it. We ate it. You know,
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was really cool. I really appreciated that process of it. I've never had any kind of hunting experience before.
Yeah.
It was cool getting to follow you guys. I was like 30 feet back while you guys were out hunting. I brought my camera stuff.
Taking pictures.
Just taking some pictures. And it was cool. Robert is a hunting pro, as far as I know.
Hunting pro.
Gets everything in 3 minutes.
I definitely made it look like it.
Yeah.
Made a good impression, Robert.
Those are those. I'd like to say that happens all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just,
But that was one of those precious
Spot
moments.
That was really cool, though. Just going out from camp, like you were saying, Billy, and just catching a little rabbit, getting our food for the night, and Robert processing it and cooking it up for us. It was really cool.
It was cool cooking it on the fire, or just kind of cooking. Like you could slow cook it or boil it or make the stew. There's probably some other ways to go about it, but it was fun, like just eating it like
a
caveman.
Yeah, right.
Or
In its
like,
most primitive form.
yeah, or like the American Indian that used to live out in this area too. Like they probably did a lot of those same kinds of things.
Well, we got to try again tonight, and if we do, well, we're gonna make a stew out of it.
Oh, I'd love to do it. Yeah.
Get some boiling water going. And get it cooked up in there. And
take a little rabbit
potatoes.
stew.
And
Yeah, we got a bunch
some
of
carrots.
I'm in, man. I think that's gonna be great.
It always makes me think of that Bugs Bunny cartoon. You know, they're always like cooking them and they're putting the carrots in there. And he's like eating the carrots.
Yeah. Or the Porky Pig one. But I was always thinking, like, why would you put a live pig in the oven with a
that's gonna create some complications. That's
gonna be a gross.
That is not the way you do that. Somebody's gonna get very sick.
Previous to this, that's like my experience with game
With
preparation.
game, you just get it and slam it in the oven. That's like,
Yeah.
you need a big boiling cauldron.
What did Looney Tunes teach me about wild game prep?
You know, I think when it comes down to it, Looney Tunes has taught us a lot about life.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and it's funny because I couldn't get it out of my head. It was just like the Elmer Fudd thought going through my head. The whole time we're out there walking out there hunting rabbits.
Yeah, I felt a little silly. A little beanie on, my gun down, trying to be quiet. That's silly.
Well, you keep practicing and it'll start paying off for you like it does me.
Like it does Rob over here, the old hunting pro.
No, but that's like that's one of the sweet moments of hunting is like the way that worked out. Because there's so many times, I mean, like, perfect example, the night before you guys got here, I was out for like 2 hours and I got skunked big time. I didn't get a shot off. I didn't even get a good look. I saw a ton of them. I mean, I saw 10 times the rabbit we saw yesterday.
Right.
But
I was surprised by that.
That was,
I got one.
yeah, that was an interesting part of hunting yesterday, was that you got that one rabbit just immediately, but then there were not any other. I swear there weren't any other rabbits
you
out
didn't
there.
see any, did you?
No, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see anything
I
moving.
think so.
I didn't see a thing moving.
You
Not a
got the
bird.
only
or
one
anything.
that was there.
I did. I got the last rabbit.
We got him.
Oh, time to go home, boys. Newspaper article. Yeah.
So we finished up the rabbit last night. We packed away dinner. We tried to suffer through the cold. It cleared off.
It did, big time.
The wind stopped, which was awesome. It stopped during the
mean-
hunt, which was really cool.
That made a huge difference.
Oh, I mean, it's such a big difference. And it made, the night so much more comfortable to get through. But it cleared off and it got really cold. We could see, like, it was cool. We could see a bunch of the winter constellations.
Yeah, that was neat.
Like, over the ridge over here. And then we stayed up pretty late. And you saw Jupiter pull up over the top of Heart Mountain. And, a few, like, the summer constellations. That was kind of cool.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
a bunch
cool
of the,
seeing the summer constellations.
and it's so dark out here. Like this,
Yeah.
you can see a lot of the deeper like finer bits.
I
of the
love
stars
that.
and stuff. It's
Just
cool.
you have zero light pollution.
Yeah.
You know, I guess Plush is out there, but it doesn't.
Oh,
It's like
Oh,
3
I can-
flashlights
No.
about 8 miles out.
Plush ruined it. Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, great view out here for sky watching stuff. It's cool how many more layers of stars you can see out in a really dark sky.
So many more. Robert and I were talking about that because we were looking at the North Star and we were looking at the Big Dipper, and we're kind of moving around a little bit. And you're like, wow, there's like so many more stars right there than you can normally see. Like a number of the stars in the Little Dipper, they're almost like too faint to see in most situations for most people's eyes. I think it's like a 5th or 6th magnitude star, and we could see it no problem last night. You're just like, oh whoa, it's like absolutely right there. You just see those like little tiny structures such a brighter way. But that was really cool.
You guys got some great photos.
I hope we got some good ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we did get some cool ones. We did some long exposure photos while we were there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we shook up a new set of hot hands each.
Those were so great.
Yeah,
that
those
was
are
super
awesome.
necessary
It's really
because it was
super.
freezing. Like we saw the
It
frost
was.
on the hood of the car.
Oh yeah, I didn't. We're
And on
all
top of
standing
the
around
tent.
the fire, and then we decided to go do those photos. And when we went by the trucks, you guys pointed out that it was just like a quarter inch of ice. On it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, oh, it is cold. That's not just my imagination.
Yeah, it's like it feels cold. And man, yeah, it was super icy out, but it was cool. Yeah, we hiked down to the end of the little rim where our campsite's at. We set up the tripod, put the camera on it,
Yeah.
and yeah, I took a handful of photos of like of Heart Mountain as part of it, and then the stars and stuff above it. But that was pretty cool. I thought that was pretty fun.
That was awesome.
Get
So,
some photos.
Bill, I always push your Billy Newman photo.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you can check out some of those photos. Marina, though, if you guys don't know her from other podcasts that she co-hosts with Billy Newman, the Night Sky podcast, check it out. Pretty interesting stuff.
Space.
But Marina is quite the photographer as well.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Robert.
What's-
I appreciate it.
What's a little like your little background on you? How long you been doing photography?
I've been doing photography seriously since 2011, probably.
Okay.
And I've always been really interested in visual arts, I guess. So I was really into drawing and painting.
Yeah, you're just artistic by nature. Like, so, yeah, photography was bound to be good.
Yeah, I loved it. I had a lot of. I was really into photography when I was a kid. I had a lot of disposable cameras when I was little, and some nice little point and shoot cameras later on that were,
Yeah.
you know, those little single lens ones.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
You put batteries in and
Oh yeah.
take your film in to get developed later.
Something that I like still would feel like really extreme for me. Sweet camera.
But yeah, I was really into that. And then Billy and I did that first big road trip that we went on in the fall, or end of summer and into fall of 2011.
Yeah.
And that was my first time getting to use like real professional camera equipment. Something with detachable lenses and a body that was like made out of metal and had some weight to it. And
I know, God, that stuff you guys pack around is like, it's so heavy. But like we
Bring
went on
that
that.
Yeah, it's all
telephoto
glass.
lens.
Yeah.
Glass and metal. Just a bag full of glass and metal.
Yeah.
Awesome. I want a couple of those.
Yeah. Fragile, expensive.
No, like on the
great.
hunt last night, like I had my backpack, you know, which is pretty. I mean, it's got some weight to it, but it's like it's pretty light in comparison to like what you're packing around following along. You know,
Oh yeah, maybe it was.
you're not even hunting. You're just like taking photos.
hiking around,
Us
getting those
hunting.
pictures. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It was.
And yeah, you got a bunch of cool photos.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it. It was so beautiful yesterday.
Yeah,
The
it was
colors
really
were
gorgeous.
amazing, and the clouds were just right too.
Yeah, this is really one of the nicer times I've been out here. It's cool having all the texture along the hillside and stuff.
Yeah.
One of my other favorite times of year out here is in October or in the early fall, like as the season starts to shift a bit.
Uh-huh.
And there's the aspen trees out here. Not a lot where we are at right now, but there's like a handful of groves closer to Heart Mountain and up on Warner Rim, and it's super cool because you get in those and it's just like bright gold and orange.
Uh-huh.
All
All
the
the
way
aspens
through.
there.
Yeah, it's super beautiful. But yeah, like that time of year, I guess like this is the earliest I've ever been over here. Other than that, it'd been like May, like early May or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm probably about the same time, like late spring.
Yeah.
That's about all the times I've made the trip out here.
Oh man.
It's really.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I didn't really have anything.
I was gonna say it's interesting getting to be out here during different seasons where you get to experience the different weather of it. Because I've only been out here or out in this area a few times that I've come with Billy, and it was really during very dry times of year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting being out here now and having there be a bunch of clouds in the sky and rainstorms and there's water in the lakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot more water.
There's some green out here. I mean, that's obviously like an alfalfa or something. But no, Marina, you and I were talking about that last night. We're like, you know, if you come out in the summertime to this same place, no matter where you are, or like you come out at the same season every year, like that's all you ever know of that place. You know?
Yeah.
And if you really enjoy a place and want to like experience it, I think it's good to kind of suffer through those wet, windy days and really get to understand.
I think it was so worth it. Honestly, it's like I think even more beautiful.
Yeah, I
in
think
that
so.
Stormy weather.
Yeah, it's that take on it that nobody else gets to see.
Oh yeah, I think some of the extreme weather that you get out here is one of the best parts of it.
Yeah.
Especially for photos or for dynamics or just the visual part of being out here, that experience of like, I mean, because you know, like Eastern Oregon, like it seems arid or it seems like maybe there isn't something here. But man, it is like super interesting and has a really strong presence about it, like just the way it feels being out here. And man, that's
and
like
it's teeming with life too.
Yeah.
I
watching
watching
the antelope.
Yeah, I saw a ton of antelope coming
hearing the coyote,
Yeah.
or like getting a rabbit,
Hearing
the rabbits.
Get shot.
Hearing the rabbit, yeah, classic. But yeah, this whole area is really full of a lot more life than you would first think, given that it's like 200 miles until you get to another small town.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Like, yeah,
it's
right.
like as far as you can see.
When you go north there, it's like there's nothing. Like there's nothing to the west until the edge of Abert Rim.
Yeah.
From here, there's nothing to the east. Like, I mean, French Glen, if you can count that, but you can jump over to the Steens, there's nothing. The Alvord, there's nothing. Like out to McDermott or something. McDermott and
Yeah,
Rome.
who's heard of McDermott? Nobody.
Yeah, there's not. And then like from here north, it's like all the way up to like Highway 20 when you get up to Wagon Tire and Riley and Burns.
Yeah.
Those are like
we're really
wow
kind
stops.
of away from everything.
Oh yeah, out here is really remote. I remember seeing like some fighter jet like tests out here. Like you'd see him like come up and you see him like bolt
coming out of Klamath
fast.
Falls doing their like simulated dogfights and stuff.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
But yeah, you'd see him like bolt. I remember one time we saw him like bolting over. It was probably in between like Hart Mountain and the Steens, but they came up that center bit. It was a few seconds to get to the top. Came up to the north end here and then like shot back down this way south into Nevada.
Okay.
And then went on from there. But yeah, it's like wow, see those things moving around all the time. I remember remember when we were out in the Steens for that trip, like and to the Steens and Alvord, and we saw one of those days, maybe even two of them. There was like one of the fighter jets that came over,
Right.
And you just hear that afterburner like roaring.
Isn't
you
that
couldn't
crazy?
see it anywhere, and then you finally do spot it, and it's like just like a speck, like smaller than the fingernail of your pinky. Or something.
Yeah.
In the sky, at arm's length when you look out to it, it's just like some little black speck that looks like.
Man,
like
what a rush
gnarly
that's got to
fire.
be to just like
Yeah.
to do that,
Yeah, just floor the afterburner on your F-16. Bolt through half of Oregon in 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Your blast, man. Just like, woo!
Dude, I gotta be in Europe in 15 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be over Spokane in 2 minutes from wherever in Area 51. That was like kind of the old conceit too, like Area 51 out in Nevada, remote Nevada. But what's north of remote Nevada? Remote Oregon, right? Yeah. So that was like part of it is that they like pick up here, and like if you look at the map, it's one of the most remote sections of the United States where really almost all of this is like public land.
Yeah, it's awesome when you look at the map like that. You get to see how much of this is just open. Like that's what's cool is you're not like we're just going wherever we want, camping wherever we want.
I really
don't have to worry about trespassing.
Yeah.
I love that part of it. Yeah, we were talking about that a little bit last night or yesterday, just how how cool it is that there's so much out here, and we just get to drive around and hike through any part of it that we want.
Yeah.
And I really love that for outdoor stuff. I always have a hard time when you get into places where you really have to just stick to the designated areas.
I hate that.
Especially a couple times after doing this, you're just
yeah.
no, I want to go cowboy again. I want to just drive my truck up where I want.
I know how to walk in the wilderness. I can get around.
I just feel like a dog on a leash. You know, like at a rest stop.
Yeah.
Like, all right, go use the grass, but not too much.
Yeah, I don't want to camp somewhere where it's a higher density of people than like the house that I live at in town. You know?
Yeah.
That's another thing that I love about out here is there is nobody else out here.
Oh, you're not making camping neighbors.
Yeah.
You're like, howdy.
I love that.
I run the generator for a lot of the day. I hope you don't mind.
Yeah, there's nothing out here. Gosh, March too, right? Like this time of year.
Oh yeah.
No competition for sites out here.
First
not hunting
week
season.
Of spring.
Yeah.
You can do anything out here right now. There's nobody around. Like there's zero competition. We should maybe even head up to the hot springs tonight.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the Heart Mountain ones?
Yeah. What is that? Probably an hour.
It's a waste.
It's crazy because you're looking like right at the mountain.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Just
It's right there.
Yeah, but it's
to get to the
it's
top.
like a 3-hour round trip.
Yeah, exactly.
We were up past 1:30 last night, so who knows? Maybe we'll have some time for something like that.
Yeah, I mean tomorrow's Sunday. It's kind of like we got to do whatever we got to do tonight.
Got to do it. Yeah, it'd be really fun. I want to get a bunch of stuff done. I'm glad we're doing this podcast. I want to do some photo stuff. I want to do some shooting stuff.
Yeah, I want to do that again.
I want to do some taking it easy out here too. I want to just cruise out somewhere, make a picnic lunch.
If we had anything to make a lunch with.
Yeah, we get some bologna down here at the plush store.
God, I love bologna. It's probably like $8 a slice down here. You know what? I was impressed though when I stopped in Lakeview to fill up. I paid 15 cents less a gallon than I did in town before I left.
Oh, what? Wow.
Which always trips me out. It's like you get out to these remote areas where like you've got to figure the shipping to get it in here was so much more costly than what it was to bring it to just a place that's 5 minutes off the interstate. You know? And it's just like it never seems to be that way. Sorry, we dropped the phone. It rattled loose. We're on a gravelly washboard road. For those of you that don't know what washboard is, it's very much like driving over a washboard. It's the old cat tracks that get stuck in the road when they were paving them.
I thought it was a natural erosion pattern.
I thought so too, and then I talked to a guy that was doing a bunch of machine work, and he was saying that washboard was from all their cats bringing it in and leveling out when they grade it.
Okay. So, I could believe it, but man, I've seen it like get worse, you know? Or does it start with a cat track and then the erosion?
I think that's what happens is like it's packing only certain areas, and then as it rains and stuff, it just like erodes out those areas that haven't been as heavily packed.
Huh.
You
Okay.
know?
Man, I've been on some where like it's been graded and it's all right, but then like after a while, like rains and stuff. Man, it just gets super bad.
I think she's still back there.
Yeah, she was sitting earlier.
Little Layla. But you get on that washboard like going like 20 miles an hour at that wrong frequency, and it's just like it rattles the whole car.
Well, it'll like rattle you off the road. Have you ever felt that? Where you're floating.
You're just like whoop.
That's always such a trip.
But
But honestly, the only way to really get through washboard, like, because I didn't really realize that was there until just now, because I've been doing like 60 on it every time I've driven out so far. Jesus, Layla. Freaking me out. She's just like standing up with one leg on the rail and like.
Oh god. It always freaks me out when you pass people with the
dog
flat
like standing on the
truck
cab or something.
It's like flat in the back, or it's like some work
that.
truck, and they're just like standing there.
Yeah.
And you're like, that's what you're banking on? Is just cruising through town, taking corners and stuff with your dog just standing in the back?
I don't know. Some people might have badass dogs, man. Layla's she's a city slicker, man. She likes to.
She looks like a sea slicker right now.
She does, dude.
Getting a little face in the wind.
Well, you know, she's adjusting. Get a couple more ticks on her, a little more dust. And, she's gonna look like she's born.
She's a wild dog. She's gonna look like a coyote.
I know. Run off of a wild pack of family dogs.
Well, Robert, thanks for doing this podcast with me. This is episode 7. Marina, thanks for
Thanks for joining, being
our
first,
car podcast.
Our first guest star.
Thank you so much for having me on with you guys.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
It's all right.
So yeah, we're gonna cruise into Big City Plush.
Yeah.
Pick up a couple.
Not on the town.
I don't even know what we need, but yeah.
More water.
Water. That's why we're going. We're out of water.
We're gonna cruise into Plush. We're gonna poke around some little areas around the lakes out here for a bit.
Yeah.
Try to figure out some more stuff. Do another podcast tonight.
Yeah.
It'll be cool.
We'll keep you posted.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening to this episode of the Get Out There podcast. Tune in again next time. We'll have some more stuff. Thanks, guys. Bye.
Get out there.